All right, so just want to catch everybody up on what we're doing here. I'm Clint here at Williams Chestnut Farm. We're in Danville, Iowa. So we're in middle of March, and we've been stratifying our chestnuts all winter long, and time to get them out of the fridge and put them in some pots. I don't know if you can, I'll find a good bag, but there's a lot of, I don't know if you can probably see here. I got some good tap roots started on these, and we're gonna pot them today, and I'm gonna show you my process, how I pot them up. So I make my own mixture of potting soil here. I use a half a bag of peat moss, so I just take a utility knife, cut it in half, I put it in this tub, and I just kind of break it up so it mixes easier. Take a shovel, break it up. A half a cubic foot of vermiculite. So what I have done here to measure out my vermiculite, I figured out what half a cubic foot was. I drew a line around the inside of a bucket, so I can just pour it into the bucket every time. I can't remember how much water it's supposed to be. I think it says on here 3 1/4 gallons of water. So I did the same thing here. Measured out 3 1/4 gallons of water, drew a line so I can fill it up to the line every time easily. And then I've got a half a pound, I put in a half a pound of mycorrhizal fungi. So doesn't matter the brand, just a good mycorrhizal fungi. Measured out half a pound, drew a line on the measuring cup, and put it in there. So I'm gonna mix all this up on the cement mixer, dump it into the my big tray here, and get it going. So what I do is I put a little water in first. That helps prevent everything from sticking to the bottom of the cement mixer. And then I just keep putting a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit, just kind of keep going until it's all filled up. So we'll do that now. Okay, so after I mix it up in the mixer, I dump it into this big tub. So what this tub is, in case you're wondering, it's the bottom cut off out of a IBC tote, the big white totes with the cages. I was using the cages for some stuff, and I just cut the bottom off of this, of the toad inside, and it's a great size to just dump the stuff in and try to keep the mess to minimal. You're still going to have a little bit of mess here, but at least we're going to keep it to a minimal. So I'll make a little spot there. It's clear. Got some more trays. What I use are 3x3 by 8 inch deep trays. I don't remember the exact model. I'll put some in the description. I got mine from Stewie and Sons. They're not too bad. They're pretty reasonably priced, but the shipping is about as much as the trays. So with that said, if you're just doing this once, I think this is the 4th year that I'm using these same pots. So if you're just going to do this once or just doing a few, and you don't want to order cases of trays and pots, what I started out doing was just using red Solo cups, and I took a little soldering iron and I burned holes in the bottom for drainage, and that worked pretty good. They just weren't as deep to make let the roots get going, but I've got a lot of trees that are doing well and thriving that I started that way. So, but this is what I do now. Like I said, this is the 4th year that I've been able to use these same pots. So if you're looking for pots, I think these are, a good value for your money. So what I'll do is I'll just set them in there, fill them with the shovel. Level it off, and then I give them 2 taps on the floor just to kind of pack it down a little bit. I don't want to pack it down too much, make it too dense for the roots growing. Fill them up one more time. 2 taps, and they're about the perfect level for potting the seeds.
Yep.
Okay, so now that I've got soil mixed up, pots filled, I've got my chestnuts here, stratified, took them, rinsed them off, and the way I like to do this is just go the way I found the fastest. Oops, don't want to drop them, that's not good on them. I just set them all on here, so you can do pretty fast this way, because you can pick up several at a time. And then I'll go back and take a little stick. You can use a pencil. Pencil's easy to use too, perfect size. I take the root and I'll stick it down in the hole and put so the top is sitting up a little bit. Root down, and you can just really pot them very quickly this way. The direction of the root down, press them in. So I know it's a little dark in here, but I don't know if you can see how after I pot them, the chestnuts are actually sitting about half on top of the soil. I only bury them about, maybe 1/3 to halfway deep, so they're actually still visible on top of the potting soil here. So do that. Be careful not to break the root. If you do break it, like down here or something, it won't hurt at all, it'll grow right back. If you break it up against the nut, it's pretty much done for. So just be careful not to break those off. Always make sure I got the hole plenty big for the root to go in. And then I just kind of pat it down a little bit, make sure I got good seed, or good, not seed to soil, but root to soil contact. And 20 chestnuts potted. Okay, now that we've got all the seeds potted, should give you a quick tour of my growing room here. So I've got the lights here. On these, I just used some old fluorescent light fixtures, salvaged them out of a dumpster. Put some LED bulbs and LED grow lights in those, grow bulbs in those. And then these were some grow lights that I started with that I had just bought at the local box store. They were just garden grow lights. But this is my setup that I have. So the trays where the stands that all the trays are sitting on are IBC totes with the sides of the IBC totes cut off to make a tray to catch any water as I water them that spill or runs through the pots. And then I took the cage sides and I cut those off to make a stand for them to sit on. So all these here are the ones we did today. The rest of them in the room are ones that I did last week, a week ago. And I've got some you can maybe see that are starting to sprout, grow some trees. So we're coming along, getting ready for the year. And things are going good. Once they get to this stage where they start kind of sprouting, you know, like this one here, not very big, but in a week that'll be quite a bit bigger. They'll really start growing from here. So all right, well, thanks for joining me today, and if you got any questions, leave them in the comments. Unfortunately, I'm on the road a lot, driving, so I don't have a ton of time to answer questions while I'm driving, but I'll try to get to them as soon as I can, and please consider liking and subscribing. Thanks.